What's up, folks? Sorry about that. I had to go to the right screen, but what's up? What's up? What's up? I I had to let that song play for a minute because I'm listening to the Cyberpunk soundtrack. I just had to let that rock for a little bit because it's funny what the whole message of Cyberpunk is and how far CD Project Red has went down the goddamn hole of fuck upness, as I would like to say. Yo, Logical, what's up? First, you know what? First off, shout out to everybody in the chat. My day one J Bar, my boy, absolute MMA coming through. The man, logical nonsense with all his logical nonsense. Glorious War coming through. What is up, folks? What is up? What is up? It's that day. It's the day that I didn't want to happen, but it happened. And it's all due to CD Projekt Red getting a little bit too big for their britches. What exactly is a cyberpunk? Cyberpunk is just a genre. Like, if you watch the movie Akira, that's cyberpunk. If you watch Bubblegum Crisis, that's cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is just a stylistic vision of the future where everything is, you know, technology fused with everything that we know. Basically, implanted chips in your body, cybernetic enhancements. That's pretty much cyberpunk. Just like steampunk was everything is steam powered, like you would have steam powered planes, cars, every type of device that you can imagine. Everything is powered by steam. Everything in cyberpunk is powered by technology, pretty much. But man, let me preface this off by showing y'all something. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. Yeah, here we go. Here are my cyberpunk stats. Plus Ultra, welcome to the stream, my friend. I put 31 hours into the game. Apparently, this is on PC, is on GOG, so directly from CD Projekt Red themselves. Anytime I buy a CD Projekt Red game, I buy it directly off of their app, so they get 100% of the profits. They don't have to take a cut on whatever they make. They get 100%. That's how much I like CD Projekt Red. And plus, every game is DRM free. So that's another reason why I use GOG. But right here, 31 hours, 31 minutes. And that was just pretty much over Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 31 hours and 31 minutes. And I can say I enjoyed the game for what it was. I enjoyed the game for what I played. But sometimes you just gotta call a spade a spade. And this is one of those times. They fucked up. And the reason why I say they fucked up is because as as a company that has boasted or boosted themselves up to be on this certain type of pedestal of We go high when everybody else goes low. We don't believe in the status quo. We want to break the mold as far as this is what every game developer should aspire to. Because with The Witcher, Witcher came out, had great success, had a couple of missteps that did have some bugs, but overall it was a well received game, very well received game. A lot of people latched on to CD Projekt Red from that point forward. I was already with CD Projekt Red prior to The Witcher 3, from dealing with The Witcher 1 back when it released, when nobody really knew what The Witcher was unless you read the books. And then, of course, Witcher 2 came out, and it was like, I forget how many years between Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, but it was enough to where, like, when people saw it, it was like the go-to game for PC and all that type of stuff. And I generally like those games. They're good games. They're not everybody's cup of tea, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go back and play Witcher 1, you thought he was doing ballerina twirls in Witcher 3. Witcher 1 got him beat, because that was literally just one animation for all his attacks. Logical nonsense, I don't know why people always bring up The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 really struck a nerve with some folks, and I really wish they would just get the hell over it, because The Last of Us 2 just told a story. I apologize if people have daddy issues or they feel like Joel was the hero and he shouldn't have died, but sometimes the best stories ever let the hero die. Or the hero that you think he is, they let that person die. But going into Cyberpunk, I roughly had an idea what Cyberpunk was going into it. You were going to be able to do all this. As what up, Issa? Um, and I gotta say, for the most part, for that 31 hours that I played the game, I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed the game. Outside of, like, the bugs drag certain parts of it down, because I had, with my smart gun, the whole smart gun UI would literally lock on the screen. So if I was driving, it was there. If I was just walking around, it was there. I ain't have a weapon out. It was just stuck. So I would literally have to reload the game just to get it to clear off. Sometimes the music on my radio wouldn't work. So I either had to reload that save or completely shut down the game and restart it. Okay, cool. That little stuff happened. I didn't have none of the whole car flipping situation. I ain't have none of that randomness. But I have seen it where you'll be driving down the street and, like, cars in front of you just literally vanish. Like, you'll be right up on their ass and they just disappear. Like, there one, like, you heard a pop in. This is literally pop out. It literally just pops out like it never existed. And it's a really bad whenever you go into the Badlands and you see it happen, because you can see down the road like this stream of tail lights and headlights on each side of the road, like just a, like, what is it, I-5 in LA, like I-5 traffic in LA type day, where it's just a constant flow of cars on both sides. And when you're driving up, they just disappear. They just keep disappearing. Like, oh, they were just there as an effect, but they really ain't there. That type of stuff. So for me, I didn't really have any game breaking bugs. I had immersion breaking bugs. I had some, I say almost game breaking, because the damn NPCs would stutter around sometimes, like they didn't know what the hell they were doing. I had bosses glitch out to where it was just pretty much boss just stuck to where he couldn't hit me, but I could tag them all damn day, so I could cheese a lot of bosses. But other than that, I just feel like the game as a whole, without minus the bugs, good game. I like where the story was going. Had a really, really crazy moment with Pan Am in the tank, which I might show that on stream, but I don't want it to get demonetized because I might have to skip a part. Let's just say that much. In fact, I'll show that to y'all. What? Just I'll mute it, but y'all can watch it. And I got some more gameplay saved too, so it ain't the only thing y'all be watching tonight. Hold on. In fact, let me just have this whole segment just play out. Oh, it's giving me the. Yeah, y'all can watch that. But anyway, um, I enjoyed my time with Cyberpunk, but today I had to let things be known that while I enjoyed the game, I can't stand this just little. We want to boast over the weekend about how many sales we had, and then come around today and give this what I call a half-assed apology. Like, literally a half-assed apology. And the apology was just them pretty much admitting, hey, we didn't pay attention to how it really looked on the base consoles. And we're sorry for that. We're sorry that we pretty much deceived you, and we hope that you stick by, but we're going to offer refunds for 7 days from your respective platforms, which if you're on PC and you bought it on GOG, they already had a system in place that regardless of how much time you put in the game, you could complete the whole game. As long as you did it within a 30-day time period, you can get a refund. Luckily, with me, they got to me back after like an hour after I requested it. Because and I gave them a reason. I was like, look, I like the game, but I cannot stand by what y'all done today. Because I would rather have some sense of morality and stand on the fence of, hey, y'all messed up. Um, And they came back and they were like, okay, blah, 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 the usual. Yeah, we'll process your refund. And we were just, make sure you go through all the steps possible. Um, and if you would like to get it as GOG wallet credit. Me, I'm like, no. I want you to put it back on the card that it came off of. That's what I want you to take it off of. Put it back on. I don't want wallet credit because I know all that's doing is just coming back to you. No. I want y'all to learn a lesson. I want y'all to send me my money back. When this game is fixed and when I think it is ready to go, I will come back and purchase it. But I'm not purchasing it at $60. I'm not going to let you give me back my money just to sit on my account to give you money back. No. Y'all need to learn a lesson for a little bit. That you can't be doing this, even though I played it on PC and I really didn't have as much issues as those base consoles. I'm standing with y'all guys in the fact that, no, y'all have had long enough to make sure that this works on base consoles. I'm not going to sit here and defend it like, well, you should have expected this on an 8-year-old console. You should be expecting this on an 8-year-old console. If you say you're going to release it on this 8-year-old console, deliver something that is at least going to be somewhat with what y'all said y'all wanted to do. In the least somewhat. Now I know there's some people out there that's on the base console and completely fine with what they got. That's cool. But it's just the fact that when y'all initially showed this, y'all had no no base console footage at all. Y'all didn't want reviewers to have any base console footage. You actually sent reviewers B-roll footage, pretty much stuff that you would have from like E3 ready level events. You sent them that footage and said they could only use that footage in their reviews. So you didn't even want them to see actual gameplay from the PC. You wanted it to be doctored to fit your narrative. So let's go back into the past a little bit with, hey, Windows Central came out when the reviews dropped. Windows Central came out. No, in fact, let's go a little bit back from that. A guy that I listen to, as far as reviews, I don't really just sit there and take his reviews to heart. He doesn't do a number scale. Y'all probably know him, ACG. He does a buy, wait, or rent scale. So I found it weird that he didn't get a code. Now he'll do it on PC, console, whatever. I found it weird that he didn't get a code. So I was like, okay, maybe they'll send him one later. No big deal, right? Then the reviews came out. The reviews were only on PC. And of course, Windows Central put out their infamous 100, 10 out of 10. Oh God, this part. Yeah, y'all just watch it. Just watch it. Don't say nothing. Just understand they did some things. Um, but they put out that 10 out of 10 review, and I was like, wait a minute. How can it be 10 out of 10 when you have massive bugs? Like massive bugs. And they said, oh, it has a wide array of bugs. A big array of bugs. And I'm like, that makes no sense. How can a game be 10 out of 10 and have a massive array of bugs? That type of thing. So then it went on and it was like, IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Same thing. Massive array of bugs. Again, how can something be a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 and y'all keep citing all these bugs? Y'all say the game is good. It just has a shit ton of bugs. Alright. Again, still no console footage anywhere except from the people that got it early and was putting it on the net. Yeah, that was the only footage we had, so we had to be like, and once that came out, people were like, oh, it'll be fixed on the day one patch. It'll be fixed on this. They gotta get the day one patch. Day one patch. Cause you had to get the game by itself was 40 gigs. Then you had another thing, 43 or 50 gigs download on top of that. Then you had the day one patch. I looked at my total file size before they came out with the last patch, which was this weekend, and I was at 109 gigs. I'm like, okay. So now they're saying we got to add 2 more patches to that. Oh yeah, that part I do need to skip because your boy was butt ass naked getting out his tank. Butt ass naked. But yeah, let me put my clothes back on. I mean, when I was butt naked, I was butt naked. Like, they didn't auto put my clothes back on. They were just like, look, you when to get out of this tank, you gonna be ass naked, bro. They gonna know you did something. But, so yeah, it got to that point, and then the game finally released, And all it's been chaos ever since. That weekend, and then that Saturday, next thing you know, hey, we got this. We sold 8 million pre-orders. Da 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 da. It was a 51 on this side, 49 on the consoles. We did tremendous numbers. Bam, whatever, right? Okay, cool. Y'all made that much, but now you got people seeing what the game really is, and people ain't having it for the most part. The people that are really affected just like, it's a good game, but I can't get over the bugs. It's a good game, but I can't get over the bugs. It's a good game, but I can't get over these bugs. The AI is fucking up. The physics are fucking up. The NPCs are just janky as hell sometimes. Shit pops in, pops out, pops up, pop down. Shit just randomly flying across the map. Lights all type of janky sometimes. And it just is what it is. So we went through this whole weekend. This whole weekend, I'm just trying to be like, okay, I see why I can score this high. I see what they did because they did a really good job as far as the narrative. Gameplay, it's a typical RPG, first person RPG with aiming elements. You get better with time by using the skills more. It's one of those Skyrim situations. The more you use it, the better you get. The less you use it, the more ineffective it is. So if your aim is all wobbly, just use it. The more you use it, the better it gets. Um, but it just kept on bugging me because I'm seeing people just blatantly defend it. It's like, it's a good game. Y'all don't have to worry about the bugs. It's a good game. Y'all don't have to worry about the bugs. I'm like, no, the bugs are a valid complaint. If the game has bugs, address the bugs. Okay. So then, after all that, after you don't got all this money, you don't talk about all these sales, we hit the day. And that half-assed apology and how everybody's defending it is making my mind just like, is this where we're going as gamers? To where CD Projekt Red can do something as egregious as this. Put out a product that they know is not ready. Put it out, people eat it up. And they have a free defense force ready to go to bat for them at any given moment. Like a literal free defense force. That's just praising this game so much. Just say broke people need to not be broke and get it on something that can actually play the game. And then I sit back and I think, aren't these the same Dales that decided, hey, let's go put Witcher 3 on the Switch? They had somebody port it over, but it's like Witcher 3 on the Switch with the help of the cloud to help it out a little bit. And it's, running. Now, granted, it's not the best, but it's admirable and people on the Switch enjoy it. It's like, but to see some of the footage that I did of those base consoles, bro, it's like, it comes to a point. What's good for the game? What's good for your reputation? Again, those consoles were not new. Those consoles have been out long enough to where people would know what they were walking into, what they were developing on, what all that type of stuff. You had more than enough time to get that situation worked out. And the fact that y'all just neglected that because y'all wanted the money. And here's another side of the argument that I'm starting to see. People are saying, oh, well, the gaming community pushed them to put it out early. Since when has the gaming community had a voice so large that it made a dev working on a game put their game out early just to appease folks instead of finishing the game and making sure that it is ready to go? When has that ever happened? So magically, it's the people's fault? Magically? Magically, it's gamers' fault now that the game doesn't run well or run properly on base console. Now it's the gamer's fault for knowing or should have been knowing better to get it on a PS5 when they might not have a PS5. Now it's the gamer's fault because they don't have a PC to run the game in the quote unquote best way possible. I am literally like I was here with the on the BS. Now I'm really up to the top of my head with some of the BS because this is the most defense I've ever seen for a game that has a broken release in my life. If this was any other dev, they would be crucified to the highest goddamn degree of crucified. And y'all know I'm not lying. EA isn't even scumbag enough to do this. Activision is not scumbag enough to do this. Ubisoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Activision, the three main motherfuckers that catch heat every damn time they release something. We would expect this level of nonsense to come from them, and they don't even go that low. They get thrashed about because of loot boxes and microtransactions. That's what they get hit up for. But I don't see them going in that deep to pull something like, oh, just throw it out there. Hell, even when, what was that, Black Ops? What Black Ops was that that came out on the PS3? It was like the last Black Ops to come out on PS3. They let people know ahead, like, hey, it's not going to have this. It's not going to be able to do this. It's not going to be able to do this. These are just aging systems. We want to provide some type of experience to y'all, but we had to make some concessions. As slimeball as people make Activision out to be, at least they gave those people the heads up like, hey, this the last one, but we had to do some things to make it work on this console. Because they knew they had a fan base that would still buy it, but they wanted them to know, hey, this is just what it's going to be when it comes out on the PS3. If I'm not mistaken, EA did the same thing. This is what it's going to be on the PS3. But CD Projekt Red, nope, no nothing. Everything you see, this is what it's going to look like on the consoles. Okay, cool. This is what it's going to look like on the console because we know what the PS4 can do. Even the base PS4. As much people say it's weak and underpowered, PS4 has literally had some of the best looking games this gen, and it ended off on The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. And the year before that, we had Days Gone. Like every game for the past 3 to 4 years have looked visually amazing on something that's called weak hardware. Hell, the one game that everybody really should be comparing right now is Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead by far is a technical marvel in that sense of an open world game that is beautiful and highly detailed. And it has the occasional glitch, but for the most part, You can get through that whole game and not really experience any bugs. It's well polished, well done, everything. And just like you see I'm kind of stuck, I'm trying to do stuff. Yeah. It was literally I had to reload that whole save, so I cut the recording. And this is just more random footage when I got my bike. And so when I see people try to rationalize Cyberpunk in their heads as far as it can't be done on last gen, like you got prime examples of games that are just as detailed as Cyberpunk in a lot of ways, and they're running on last gen consoles just fine. Again, prime example, Red Dead Redemption 2. And I know people gonna say, well, there's a lot more geometry going on in Cyberpunk and this and that. And it's like, yeah, there is. But you can still work and optimize the game to work as best as possible on the platform, given its age. We've seen it done multiple times. We've just seen it being done. So I can't give y'all an excuse. Like I can't. So honestly, man, it's kind of heartbreaking because I like CD Projekt Red. To be honest, I really do. I feel like give them more time and they could have been really high up there, like all in the top 10 devs. Some people put them in the top 10 devs just based off of Witcher 3. And The Witcher is a good series. Not gonna lie. But I feel like with this, they really tried to do too much. And I want to know how y'all feel. Like, do y'all feel like I'm wrong for feeling the way I do? Do y'all feel like the people that are agreeing with CD Projekt Red or defending CD Projekt Red are right? How do y'all really feel? Because honestly, and shout out to Bond for even saying this when he said it. He said everybody should go refund this game to send CD Projekt Red a message right now that what they did is inexcusable and what they did will not be tolerated. Because now that devs are gonna try it, devs are really going to try it now. Since they would be like, well, CD Projekt Red, they did what they did and really didn't catch too much flack. And they should have caught a lot more. To be really honest, they should have caught a hell of a lot more. And so when I think back on 2020, after everything that's been done, I'm not gonna think back to all the bad shit that's happened in 2020. And it's been a lot of bad shit. Not even gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna think back to this moment when when a lot of people just had one hope in one game, making a year, how they really fucked it up. And I mean, really, royally fucked it up. Not in the sense that the story of the game is bad, but in the ethics that they had putting this damn game out. When they have been talking about other dev teams and the whole we are on this pedestal of godliness and how we're better than everybody else because we don't go low to microtransaction you and everything else. Hell, y'all seen Persona. Some of y'all was in Persona stream today. Y'all seen what he was talking about. Y'all seen the receipts. So now that I'm done kind of getting on CD Project Red's ass, I have to get on the gamer's ass now. The influencers are a part of this damn problem as well. The same people that got these damn yellow chairs were so goddamn bought off. It's ridiculous. Like, they were literally bought off to the point that I know they seen it because they're on Twitter and we were seeing it, right? So you're telling me, oh, we ain't gonna say nothing about it because we champion Cyberpunk, we rep Cyberpunk. We ain't gonna say nothing about Cyberpunk. And now all of a sudden today you got Paris coming out and making his little statement about I was wrong, Tony Polanco's right, all this stuff, da 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 da. Them type of statements. You got Young Yale coming out making his little statement, talking about this was wrong and all this. Where was his statement before Friday when the game released, or whenever the game released? Where were all those statements when everybody else was up here calling it like something ain't right? Where were y'all statements? Y'all are the influencers. Y'all, you feel they were overrated from The Witcher 3? Hey, and that's perfectly fine. I can see, why you would call them overrated, because some people really did overrate them too much. Like, granted, Witcher 3, good game. But some people put them too goddamn high. Like, they act like that was the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, bruh, it's a good game. It ain't godsend, though. It was mostly the story. The story is what really pulled The Witcher and a lot of people into The Witcher. But as far as the gamers, we had these influencers constantly promoting this, constantly pushing Cyberpunk, constantly, you know, and we all knew what they kind of had in common. They all had a yellow chair. They all kind of pushed this whole Game Pass agenda in a sense. And shout out to Skippy. If y'all don't know about Skippy and you're playing Cyberpunk, go find Skippy. Skippy is a smart gun that you can literally set to do headshots only. Oh yeah, no doubt. The Netflix series was dope. Me and my wife watched it. She was like, I could actually watch this because me and her watch Game of Thrones, so it was right up her alley to watch it. And I died. Unfortunately. But when it comes to these gamers, I don't like this PC elitist mentality. I'm a PC gamer. I know the limits of my PC. I'm not going to say what my PC can't do when I know what it can do and what's its limits. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, because most of these PC elitists, they don't play PC exclusives. Because if they really played PC exclusives, they wouldn't have this whole little elitist mentality that they have. Because most PC exclusives really aren't the most graphically demanding, or should I say, as detailed as Cyberpunk. So that's why I find it weird when they're out there like, oh, well, I get it on PC for da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all should have made the right choice to get it on PC. Like, motherfucker, not everybody in the world wants a goddamn PC. And when I had that little elitist mentality, I had to break myself because I seen myself doing that shit like, oh, just get a PC. Just get a PC. But I had to realize not everybody wants a fucking PC. Not everybody wants to sit there build a fucking PC and game on a PC. Some people just want to pick up a fucking controller and game. That's what people want to do. That's why I love consoles as much as I love my PC. Cause on the console, all I gotta do is click a button, play a fucking game. When I'm done, put the fucking game up. On a PC, I can do whatever else I want to do. I can play a game, watch YouTube, do this, do that, edit some videos if I want to. I can do all that. But when you got this whole PC elitist mentality where you want to call people broke and all this other shit, is sometimes it's funny as joke. Like Mighty Keith made that video where it was like you should buy it on such and such, and it was like you're holding the game back because you're broke. That was kind of funny. It's kind of ha funny sometimes, but other times it's like when you're really trying to throw it in somebody's face because they can't get a PC or they can't get a PS5 or a Series X or something like that. No, now you're just being a dick. You're just being a dick just to be a dick. Like, it's okay to throw little funny jabs every once in a while, but now you're just being a dick. And not the right kind of dick. You're the whole wrong. You're like the syphilis field type of dick. The dick that nobody wants to be around and nobody wants to touch. That's the type of dick you're being. So I feel, yo, I ain't gonna lie. When he said that line, I don't associate with broke people. It made me laugh because it's funny when you hear it in a comedic way, but when you see people just try to throw it in your face like, "Oh, something's wrong with you because you can't," bruh. Do people not realize we're in the fucking middle of a pandemic right now? Motherfuckers don't lost their goddamn job. And like, if the only damn saving grace they have right now is knowing that they still have a PlayStation 4 and they can play Cyberpunk, don't you think those people might want to enjoy Cyberpunk just the way you enjoying Cyberpunk on your damn PC? Even though it's lower tiered than everything else, don't you think those people should be able to enjoy the game too? Without a shit ton of issues and it just looking like Life of Black Tiger out here sometimes? Don't you think people deserve that? We're all supposed to be gamers, right? We all want the same thing, right? So why is that so bad? Why is that so bad? That's all I'm asking. Why is that so bad? And then when I see people in the gaming groups on Facebook that I associate with make comments like, "Oh, I knew this would happen. That's why I went and got it on PC because I had already assumed it was going to be like this on the consoles." And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, you're enjoying the game. Whatever, enjoy the game. But still, call a spade a spade. And he was like, well, they didn't lie. They didn't lie to me. They didn't lie to you, but they lied to other people. Can you not see the issue in this? It don't matter if they didn't lie to me, because what they've been showing me the whole time is what I actually got on my PC. That's what I got outside of all the goddamn multitude of bugs and random shit. What they showed so far, as far as the quality of the game and how the game looks, I got that. They delivered that on PC. They delivered that to a degree on the newer gen consoles. They didn't deliver that on the older gen consoles. And we can't use that whole "it's not possible on older gen consoles" when, again, you got Red Dead sitting right there in front of you, looking like Red Dead technically ain't supposed to be possible on console, but somehow, some way, they made it possible. You cannot deny that, bro. And then shout out to the other subset that's still fucking mad about The Last of Us 2 for some goddamn odd reason. They still mad about that game so goddamn hard they have to just make up bullshit on The Last of Us 2 just to deflect from CD Projekt Red's fuck up. Cause this one chick, Persona got my tweet. He seen it. I might pull it up right now just for shits and giggles. Actually, let me pull it up. I will take you to it. Just give me 1 second. Gotta go to my profile. Cause I know some of y'all seen it and some of y'all are like, yeah, this ain't that cheap. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Slide over here for a second. Alright. So and I literally said, what the fuck is this chick talking about? Said all what she said just to deflect to The Last of Us 2. And this is what she said. I think the backlash to Cyberpunk 2077 is important to note. Gamers will not defend glitchy crap just because it somehow affirms to their identity. And I'm trying to figure out to their identity. To their identity? That was the first thing. It was like, Then you get to this bottom part. P.S. Last of Us 2 was buggy as well. It got defended based on ideology. Now, I can guarantee you just about everybody in this chat has touched The Last of Us 2. Chat, how many bugs did you have in The Last of Us 2? I want to know, how many bugs did y'all have in The Last of Us 2? Because in my, I think it was like close to 22 hours, 20 hours, however many hours. It was 20 plus hours of playing that game. I did not experience not one goddamn bug. Not one. Not saying that it didn't exist. Because just about every game has some type of bug. Some type of bug. But in that whole time frame that I played that game, I did not have one damn bug. And of course, people went in on her. And of course, she said, I documented the bugs. They're still on my Twitch channel if you'd like to go look. How about asking for evidence for your attack next time? Now, if this chick did have bugs, then she had bugs. But to say that it was buggy, when you got people that have went through it multiple times, got the platinum, so you know they went through it multiple times, and have not seen not one damn bug, is there anything that makes that game really next gen? Honestly, no. Outside of a pretty much fully realized Night City, and even then it was just like, honestly, no. Because even that city doesn't feel really, like, surprisingly for the size of that city, you would expect to see more people. You would expect to see a diverse range of people and not the same kid model 15 times. I shit you not, I've seen the same model for the same goddamn kid across the whole city, probably within a 2 hour span, like 15 times, wearing the almost same goddamn clothes. Wakanda one, show me those Last of Us 2 bugs. He right. Show me them Last of Us 2 bugs, cause I want to see them. Darth Mai. Skyrim was in development for 10 years. Had a buggy launch, now regarded as a goat. They still cried about it then. Skyrim had a 94 Metacritic score. The game never launched as bad as this game. Yo, logical, peace out, my friends. Hope you have a nice night, safe night. And stage block is correct. Skyrim did launch, and it was buggy, but it wasn't as buggy as this goddamn game. Because I'm going to tell you, in that 31 hours, this is how many times I can recount on my hand how many issues I had. A character would be talking and then randomly stop talking. That happened 5 times, but their dialogue is still going. Their lips are still moving. Audio is just not there. That happened 5 times. Characters would merge into each other. That happened about 15 times. I actually got sucked while I was driving the car and had to respawn. When I respawned or that checkpoint reloaded, I was stuck inside the driver of the car until it automatically forced me out of the car, and then we magically separated. And of course, every time I died at that spot, I had to reload, and it kept reloading me into this woman's body. So I was literally sitting in the driver's chair with Pan Am's hair in my goddamn face. And then when the car stopped, she would literally get out on the left side. I would slide all the way to the right side and get out. Like literally, character just slid all the way across the right side and got out. I have literally glitched the run animation to where this motherfucker don't even run anymore. He just skates across the damn ground just because I ran and jumped. And when I landed, I started running again, and he just started floating. Not floating as in going up, but just floating across the damn surface of the ground. You didn't hear footsteps anymore. You just was going. Like literal skating across the goddamn ground. BG out here being the petty king. Yeah, he is. That's a nice watch. I'm gonna let that picture of that watch. Actually, let me go back to my video. Yeah. Where my video goes. But yeah. Literally just utter nonsense has been going on. Oh, what else as far as little bugs and shit? Um Targeting reticles. I probably had targeting reticles lock up on my screen probably 55 times. Sometimes it was okay because I was, actively going in and out of gunfights, so targeting reticle was there. I didn't really care, but it got to the point where, like, where you see me driving right here, if I had my smart pistol and it locked on the smart pistol, you would see a box like this size right here, just in the middle of the goddamn screen. It wasn't blocking nothing. It was just a transparent light blue ass box covering the whole middle of the goddamn motherfucking screen. Until I reloaded the goddamn save and cleared that shit. Or I got tired of looking at it. Or the way you could actually fix it, even though it didn't fix sometimes, was to get out the car, bring out your weapon, switch to your non to like un to holster your weapon, or switch all the way until you got to like your hands or whatever your hand weapon was, and then switch back to unarmed just to get the damn reticle off your shit. Weird. I think, yeah, this is one. This was the funniest one. Okay, so you see all the traffic on the road, right? That I've been running into. This is the funny one. You're gonna see the traffic literally disappear on this highway. I mean, on this freeway. You're going to literally see me hit a segment and they're just going to dis-a-fucking-peer. Like the whole fucking freeway of cars right there. Right, let's rewind. Let's rewind this back. Okay. You see where I'm at? You see the car? You see the car? You see the cars? Gone. And there's not a single other car on this road for the rest of the time until I turn back around. And then all of a sudden, I go, oh, the car's back. I mean, I know Cyberpunk is an advance in the future, what is in the future type situation and genre. Yeah, just pretend I'm in the Matrix. It's like, oh, get to a certain point, the car just, there are no more cars. It's just you in the world. Like, alright, that's cool. So yeah, it's like, and again, it's not like it's super game breaking, but that's just shit you gotta call for what it is. And it was like, in the beginning of the game, okay, the beginning of the game versus where I stopped, it seemed to progressively get worse as far as the bugs. It was like, okay, little minor hiccup here, little minor hiccup there, like just little itty bitty shit, right? Kept going through the game, then it got worse. Cars will start getting stuck in the ground. Then it got worse. Then your vehicle that you summoned would start getting stuck. Then it kept getting worse. Then the damn reticle started getting stuck. Then it got worse. Then dialogue got missing. Then it get worse. It was just a progressive. The further you get in the game, the more shit will fuck up. So, again, do I love the game? I love the game. I love the atmosphere. I just like the genre that this game is in. I love it. But I can't gloss over that they fucked up, man. I can't. I can't let that slide, because then if you let this slide, you're going to have to let everything else that happens from this point on slide as well. And I'd rather not have to be in that position of where motherfuckers gonna question me about, oh, well, you let this slide, so why you got a problem with it now? Just like I said in one of my earlier tweets. Y'all let this shit slide. I don't want to hear y'all goddamn mouths when a Bethesda game comes out buggy as shit. I don't want to hear y'all mouths when this game comes out buggy as shit. Or this game. I don't want to hear y'all goddamn mouths at all. Like, we started 2021 with a huge precedence. You let this shit slide now? I don't want to hear your damn mouth for the rest of the damn generation. Hell, I honestly don't want to hear your mouth anytime at all. Especially if I know you letting this shit just be. If that's your prerogative and you just let that shit be, then hey, it is what it is. But me and you ain't the same, partner. I stand on mine. And like I said, I was real nice when I went on GOG and, little know that I wanted a refund. I was real nice. I stated my intention. I would like to receive a refund for my purchase of Cyberpunk 2077 to the original funding method. The current state of the game is not where it needs to be, and the upfront deception is not something I like, even if it did not directly impact me on PC. That's an email or message that I literally sent to CD Projekt Red's support. That's the message I sent with my refund request. I cannot support that, man. I will not support it. So for everybody, if y'all want to support it and y'all want to go on through it, hey, by all means, be my guest. But as far as me, I gotta speak in my wallet. I spoke in my wallet the first time to get a game a try because I'm not one to just sit there, bash a game, and go from there. I'm not that type of person. There will be. If I don't like a game, I'll let you know I don't like a game and move on. If I do like a game, I'll let you know and move on. If I like a game but it has issues, I will let you know and move on. But in this situation, I like a game, it has issues, and I can't exactly move on because they fucked some people over. And I know Persona says it, I say it. Gaming is a selfish hobby. You are literally gaming for yourself. But in this situation, gaming for yourself might not be the damn answer. Because in this situation, you have to send a message that certain shit will just not be tolerated. It just is what it is. And I know some of y'all feel the same way, and some of y'all can see where I'm coming from, and some of y'all may never see where I'm coming from, and that's all right. But I'm just telling you, if you're that type of person that does not see why I may feel the way I do, then just don't talk to me, man, because we're never gonna see eye to eye. We're never gonna have a common ground in this discussion. The only common ground we might have is that hey, the game is the game is all right. You're just gonna look at it from a different approach, like, oh, the game is all right. It has bugs, but it's all right. And I'm gonna look at it from the lens of the game is all right. It has bugs, and they fucked up. So let this be a lesson to the gaming community as a whole. Never put a studio on this block of immunity that that they just get so high and mighty it just goes to their head. Don't ever put them on that block. I would rather we not start putting. Now it's certain devs that we could say has reached that tier of can't fuck with them. They are not to be fucked with, or that regardless how you might think about the game, these games are critically received and well and really critically received. And the top two that I always look at will be Rockstar and Naughty Dog. As much as I didn't like GTA 5's campaign because I didn't like the whole switching perspective nonsense, I just want to play as one person. That's why I kind of like Red Dead 2 a little bit more, even though Red Dead 2 had its issues. Rockstar makes games that people will go buy and they will continue to buy, as GTA 5 has proven. Yeah, Seto, I was talking about, damn, you demoted it a whole year? Cyberpunk 2076, like, damn, it ain't 2077 no more, it's 2076? Shit. But, and you might have to watch this from the beginning, Seto, but I'm just talking about the fact that as far as top tier devs, like, when I say these are probably the top two devs, period, that I know of, and I might even say three, but this is two, most definitely. It's going to be Rockstar, and it's going to be Naughty Dog. Those are probably the two elite devs. Out of all these dev teams, those are probably the two elite devs. And honestly, if I gotta give an honorable mention to another dev team that's always been consistent, and I mean like a track record of always being goddamn consistent, and they're an indie team, Supergiant. Yo, Caution 10-0. Thank you for subscribing, my good man. I appreciate that. Dave, Santa Monica, yeah, Santa Monica. But I'm just saying, if I had to put them in a top two, just like the top two that everybody wants to aspire to, because Santa Monica is right under Naughty Dog to me. And the only reason I say right under Naughty Dog is because Naughty Dog, just like Rockstar, they have been pretty much out there since the beginning of PlayStation, a little bit before PlayStation, that type of stuff. That's why I'm saying those two. They have a super goddamn proven track record that spans decades. Like almost going on 3 damn decades now. They got that track record. They have made hit after hit after hit. Maybe fudged up one or two games, but generally it's been hit after 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 hit. Especially in Rockstar case, because motherfucking GTA been selling for 2 gens straight. And been in the top 10 of the goddamn MPDs every goddamn month, damn near for 2 gens straight. So I don't know who in the hell ain't got motherfucking Grand Theft Auto 5 by now, but goddamn it, as cheap as that shit is, everybody in the world, the grandma, the damn kids, the unborn kids, the twinkle in the eyes, the stars in the skies, better have motherfucking GTA 5 by now. I'm just saying. Plus Ultra, I think we all miss Squaresoft. I can honestly say before Square Enix, and I'm not saying Square Enix can't put out great games. I'm definitely like not saying that because they got some great games, but it just seemed like before that merger, you couldn't go wrong with Squaresoft. now that you got Square Enix and then Eidos mixed up in there, it's like a lot of the good games they put out kind of get overshadowed by the bad ones that get put out. Like, and they can be like, oh, but this game's bad. But did you check out this game? Because this game is actually fucking amazing. This game is great. No, but they got this bad game, this bad game, this bad game. And like, but you missing the diamond in the rough, pal. Like, Jafar, the diamond in the rough. Yo, Seto, that is exactly what happened. Stock's good. Fuck y'all. Yeah, we celebrating. We good. We great. We dug in. We doing the whole jig. They dancing and celebrating. Stocks drop. Yeah, we fucked up. We as a representative of the we fucked up council, yeah, we fucked up. That's exactly what happened. Square used to care about their IP, now they care about stockholders. Yeah, yeah, they and can't even lie. They care about their stockholders, but that's why I said that's why I believe Rockstar on this side and Naughty Dog they actually care about their IPs. Cause Naughty Dog ain't gonna say shit about a game until they are ready to damn near put out that game. They didn't say shit about Red Dead 2 until they was motherfucking ready to put out Red Dead 2. They didn't say shit about GTA 5 until GTA 5 was ready to fucking go. Because this has always been Rockstar mentality. We ain't gonna say shit until damn near the year this shit is gonna launch. And they have not failed yet. Oh, you knew they wouldn't get everything right about Avengers, but you still like it. And that's the thing, like, I can see where they try with Avengers because, for the most part, the story is there. It's a very comic heavy story. Like you can see they actually tried to write a good story. It's just the gameplay brings it down. And I'm not saying that the gameplay is super bad. It's just people were coming in expecting one thing and it didn't really fit. Be funny if the next gen update for GTA 5 still looks better than Watch Dogs Legion. I mean, okay, I'll give you this because I have GTA 5 on my PC, so I know what it looks like, 4K, 60, the whole wham bam. Thank you, man. What everybody aspires to. It does look good. It can look damn good. Plus, throw mods on there, which that's just the PC side of things. You throw mods on there, looks even better. Even though for some odd reason, every time somebody makes a fucking mod for GTA 5 on PC, they gotta make every goddamn road super wet for no goddamn reason. Like, motherfucker, did it rain? The sun been out all goddamn day and there ain't been a drop in the fucking sky drop, but yet the roads are just wet and glistening and shit. Like, what did y'all do? Put some goddamn WD 40 baby oil and some water on this motherfucker to make it eternally wet? Like, the fuck? Wait, the end boss for me was the iron, the iron beam. My game, You think about that when you think about ray tracing. Yeah, that's literally like if you ever looked up PC mods for GTA 5, that's literally what you're gonna see is super glistening shit for no goddamn reason. Like everything's extra shiny. Oh, you're gonna buy Cyberpunk when they release the Game of the Year version with all the DLC included, and the game has all the patches for the PS5. Upgrading the game is $19.99. Corey, I don't blame you one goddamn bit because I had already said to myself today, I'm not rebuying this game until it hits $20. I'll buy it from GOG again, but I'm not buying it until it hits $20. And by that time, yeah, the Game of the Year edition will be out, and that's probably when I'll buy it. So yeah, I'm right there with you, sir. Not even gonna lie, right there with you in the same damn boat. So I'm honestly, I can say we were due for a kind of semi gaming reckoning, but damn, I didn't think it would be 2020, the year of years, as people are gonna know it 100 years from now. Like 2020 was really fucked up, and I'm gonna be like, back in my day, I had to walk 15 miles to go. I'm gonna be goddamn grandpa with the Rugrats on some shit. I'm gonna be like, I seen some shit. I went through the Great Console War 2020. The shit was real. And then Cyberpunk came out and fucked up everything. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the old gamer grandpa 100 years from now because we're gonna have cyber technology and I'll be able to enhance myself and transfer my consciousness into another damn body. And I'll be sitting there doing that damn goddamn old war stories about the console war, and they'll be on like PlayStation 20 by the end. Like back in my damn day, y'all whippersnappers wouldn't have lived. We had to use a fucking controller. Now y'all got shit in y'all's minds and all this shit. There's no console war. Xbox never showed up. You right. Sadly, sadly, Corey, you are correct. There is really no console war. You're gonna be able to say, remember when Cyberpunk tried to use PC reviews? Yep. Remember when they sold games without any game? Yo. You know what? And that's the sad thing. Like, I'm joking about it now, but I'm really kind of afraid for the future, especially with everybody doing this whole list champion Game Pass shit, list champion Stadia bullshit. Because now they just gonna release some shit, and that shit gonna be like, oh, this is coming out today, straight to your fucking brain. This buggy and glitchy and shit, and your damn motherfucking ass doing like spazzing out like you don't call a goddamn Cortex virus on Cyberpunk. Your damn brain about to burn out the game so goddamn buggy. Like, but end of the day, man, it's always good to just EA watch the whole thing like, yeah, we about to do the same thing for Mass Effect. Yo, god damn it. Now you don't put you had to put that damn curse on EA, didn't you? You had to put that curse on EA for no reason. You just had to put it on EA. Like, damn, let EA be great, bruh. Let EA be great. Capcom did it better. The box art used to be trash. Oh, bruh. Plus, why did you say that, bruh? Oh yeah. Um, Seto, I'm glad you said that. Logical, welcome back, brother. Seto, I'm glad you said that. Chat, can we get an F in the chat right now for Code Masters? Because they about to die. It was a good damn run. They about to go the way of the dodo. They are officially dead. Bruh, I was up there like, Codemasters going to Rockstar? Alright, I can get jiggy with that. Hell, we might even get a Midnight Club back. Codemasters going to EA? Fuck. Just fuck. Just like, well, there goes that. Fuck it. It's done. They was like, oh, they'll get the F1 license now. They'll get this. Like, they going to EA though, bruh. When motherfucker get snatched up, go to EA, it's like motherfucker getting snatched up in Microsoft. Shit's about to die. Like, who was that? Rare got snatched up by Microsoft. What did Rare do? Pretty much died. Literally, Rare went to Microsoft to fucking die. Literally, all of Rare's IPs are being made by motherfuckers that don't have anything to do with Rare IPs. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine having to pay the goddamn DLC price to get the Williams team on there. It's like, oh, you want to use such and such? Yeah, that's gonna be blah 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 blah. I'm like, fuck it. Now, logical. Don't you start your bullshit. Don't you start your bullshit with that Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves Game of the Year. Game of the Year. My man, you might as well have said Crackdown 3 was Game of the Generation. And we all know that's a lie. Even though I will admit, I had a little fun with Crackdown 3. If you just want to get on Crackdown 3 just to blow up some shit and not much else, just kind of numb your damn brain out for about 30 minutes, you play Crackdown 3. You don't play Crackdown 3 for the story. You just play Crackdown 3 to numb your damn brain out and be like, oh, I gave myself a damn lobotomy for 30 damn seconds. Now I'm refreshed and ready to go for the day because I got all the nonsense out of my head because the damn game just literally numbed it the hell out. That was literally Crackdown 3 in a nutshell. But anyway, man, it's honestly, it's a sad day in gaming when you even have to make a podcast like this. Just being completely honest, it's a sad day in gaming when you have to make podcasts like this because companies are fucking up. Like, and I want to get back into a rhythm of doing like a podcast every once in a while. And I'm not gonna do podcasts just to talk about situations like this. I want to do podcasts just to talk about gaming, like gaming in general, the good side of gaming. Cause I could do a whole podcast about them game awards. Cause to tell you the truth, the writing was kind of on the wall with the game awards. People didn't want to admit it, but the writing was there. Once I started seeing The Last of Us 2 start sweeping some goddamn awards, yeah, it was inevitable. Yep. Yo, it's sad when CDPR puts more effort into their apology than they did their combat in the game. Oh God, that is logical. I hate that you even said that, bro, because it's very very true. The enemy AI is very rudimentary AI. Like they don't try to do anything super technical. It's like you got some of them that try to rush up on you and do melee or get in shotgun range. You got some that sit back, and you got some that do some other things. But you don't have anything like they don't try to flank. Like I and people always, oh, this is great, this is great. And at least when I played Deus Ex, the enemies tried to go around and get on my sides. Like these enemies just want to, like I'm sitting behind cover, they're gonna stay in their same cover the whole time and just pop their head up and then go back down. Take some pop shots, go back down. So I can literally stand in one spot unless they throw a random grenade. I can stand in that one spot forever just shooting at them, and they won't move. They just duck behind the same cover. They don't try to switch cover, nothing. So yes, logical. You were 10 out of 10 on that one. That AI is like, bleh. And yes, Corey, from a technical perspective, okay, Seto, I have to explain this. That scene, that tank. That okay. Have you if you ever watched Pacific Rim, you know what the logic of Pacific Rim on how they control the Jaegers was, right? Two pilots had to control the Jaeger because of the neural load that it put on one pilot. So you have to share it. So everybody, your memory sync, everything, you become one person pretty much. So in this tank, it's the same system. They literally had to link into the tank. One person does all the driving, the other person does all the shooting. So you're literally one person but two separate bodies. And when they link up, the dude was like, "Oh, this is weird." And because I was sweet talking her the whole time before all this and the other missions, just trying to get her to be my romance option, because she has some stuff in the later part of the game, right, where she affects kind of like the ending. And again, let me skip this part because your boy was butt fucking naked out here, like literally butt fucking naked. Core, this is Cyberpunk. But when they jacked into the tank, whatever one felt, the other one felt. So when it came to that, they was like, they were just out doing target practice, rolling around or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden she was like, "Hey, you want to feel something?" And she just reached down there and starts doing the do on herself. But when she's doing the do on herself, he's feeling it. So it's like her touching herself is her also touching him in the same spot. And then when he does it, it's him touching himself and him touching her in the same spot. So it's almost like I did the math in my head. I'm like, so what you're saying is it's technically four hands instead of two? Because you're doing yourself, but you're also doing him, but then he's doing himself, but he's also doing you. So it's like, what the fuck? So I'm like, did y'all just have four goddamn orgasms in one sex scene? Because it's doubling the effect. Because whatever you feel, he feels. And whatever he feels, you feel. So yeah, y'all literally had four fucking orgasms in one goddamn sex scene. All because y'all are in this goddamn tank and decided, you know what, we out in the middle of nowhere. Let's have fucking sex in the tank. That's linked to our goddamn neural networks because our brains are linked together. So our nervous systems are pretty much linked together. I was like, that shit is wild and stupid, but also kind of nice when you think about it. My wife might enjoy that. But anyway, that's but I like stuff like that in Cyberpunk. It's shit like that in Cyberpunk that literally makes it Cyberpunk because you know how they always said in the future we'll have shit just kind of like trans, like we will be able to watch movies in our head and wouldn't have to worry about going to the movie theater because we could just put it in our head. These motherfuckers got a whole goddamn club where you can just literally go into a fucking room, put on this goddamn like headset or have this shit directly go into your fucking head, and you're pretty much having VR, AR sex. They call it, and it's part of the whole brain dance situation. But it's literally that you're literally just injecting yourself into that scenario, and you're doing the do, but you're not doing the do. Yeah, shit's weird. They got motherfucking other prostitutes that are literally just like, you got a safety word. So if you don't want to be a prostitute anymore, you just say the fucking safety word and they just go back to being a normal fucking person. Like I fucked up because I went to go try to get some information. And this is how they set you up in the game. I'm playing as a guy, but you are not defined as straight or gay. You're just defined by whatever you say. So you could fuck up a whole conversation and end up with a guy and not even mean to end up with a guy because you might be thinking in a whole different way. But the response is going to lead you in a whole damn other direction. Yep, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But I didn't get smashed. So I'm sitting there and I had to go to this club and they give you two picks. They were like, you can either be with this person or this person, but I got the names mixed up. I thought I was picking the girl, but I accidentally picked the guy. Now, I went up in there and I seen it was a guy. I'm like, fuck, I didn't want the guy, I wanted the girl, just in case, some shit goes down, I could smash the girl. I don't want to smash a guy because I'm a guy and, I feel a certain way. No disrespect to my people in the LGBTQ community. I don't get down like that. I respect y'all's preference though. But I'm just saying, and you know what? The shit went down, but I didn't get smashed. It was just like we were just sitting there talking and talking, and it almost became like the guy knew I didn't want it to be sexual, but he was just counseling me through some shit. But it got kind of weird because I laid down on the bed and then the guy laid down on the bed with me and we're just sitting there and I touch his hands and he touches my hands and we were just sitting there having like a whole conversation just face to face and his eyes are glowing purple because whenever they're activated in certain modes their eyes have different modes. So like if they're in doll mode, their eyes glow purple, but if they're just in regular mode, it's whatever the eye color is. If you're in like scanning mode, when you put a chip inside your brain to read a file, your eyes turn blue. I know plus ultra, but it was weird because the guy, I guess I said the right things to not. Oh, it's definitely a pause, Corey. It's definitely a pause, but the way I answered everything with the guy, he didn't try to approach it in a sexual way. Cause they'll let you know when you have that romance option. What up, Magnificent Black? because it'll literally be lips beside it. So they will let you know if you pick lips, you about to do the do. You about to get smashed. Something about to go down. If you pick lips, you know what's about to get down. But that option never popped up. So I was good. It was just the fact that I'm thinking in my head that those purple eyes have this kind of hypnotic effect on people in the world of cyberpunk. So that's why he kind of got old. My character got kind of ultra comfortable, even though I didn't want to get ultra comfortable in that way. My character's response was based off the fact that it's kind of like a neurotransmitter type thing. Like it's psychologically relaxing you to get into that vulnerable position, which is really weird. But as soon as I felt like it was getting a little bit too touchy feely, I was like, pop, yeah, yeah. Magnificent Black know what I'm talking about with them dolls. When it got a little bit too touchy feely, I had to kill it. I'm like, nope. My safe word was samurai. I was like, samurai. That motherfucker popped up so quick. He was like, did I do something wrong? What happened? Da 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 da. And I was like, look, bro, I just need some information. He's like, man, I can't do that. I mean, it went from him being all, oh, it's okay to, look, man, I can't tell you what you want. Let me pop this cigarette. You stressing me out for no goddamn reason right now. You know I can't tell you nothing. It was just like that quick. It was changed from let's be sensual to let's just have a casual ass conversation. That's like you walking up to your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and y'all all in the mood. Then all of a sudden, one of y'all say some fucked up shit, and the mood go from this to I'm going to sleep. He almost smashed the dude. Look, bro. Plus, it got close, but I knew if I seen lips, don't pick it. Pick anything except those damn lips. If you pick those lips, you gonna be in for a trip. Just saying. Just give me the heads up. If you ever play it, you pick lips, you get what you get. And what was so funny, because they have a lot of trans characters in there as well. And the thing about it was, I didn't pick up on one of the characters being trans until I really started to think about it when she gave me her truck. And it was just like, damn, that's the trans flag on the back of her truck. And before that, she told me the story about her and her husband and how, he's dead and, he was there for me when I transitioned and all this. And I'm like, huh? But it kind of reflects the world that we live in now, because it's a lot of people that we don't know that are trans that are actually trans. And you just be like, Mom? Yeah, yeah. Seto is right. Mass Effect, you Mass Effect did it perfectly because you had to kind of think it out in Mass Effect. Cyberpunk just directly tells you if you get the lips or not. If you got the lips, you know what you're doing. If you don't, then you safe. With Mass Effect, you really had to kind of lean into the conversation to see where it was going. And if you knew how the vibe of that conversation was going, then you knew yes or no y'all was going to get it on or not. But in this game, they just directly tell you either gonna get it on or you're not. It ain't no. And it's certain characters that you can get it on with, like the chick that Pan Am that I did. If you're a male character, hey, yeah, Iron Bull was aggressive as hell. I didn't mess with Iron Bull, but That man was that man was trying to do everybody. It didn't matter, man, woman, whatever race you were, he was trying to get it aggressively. But where was I at? Oh yeah, back to Claire. Like this whole time, it didn't dawn on me that Claire was trans because she didn't give, and I, and this ain't even the right thing to say. She didn't give the vibes off, but she just acted, that person or that character just acted like a woman. Acted like a woman, was a woman, had manner, like everything was a woman about this woman. Only thing was, Claire was trans. But you couldn't tell it unless you did that whole story. You were just thinking Claire was another chick in the bar. Like you have to actively find that out about that chick just to know. And you like she wasn't a romance option, but it was just the fact that, she told you like in that world it's just comfortable to tell people. But now that's kind of weird because the other romance option, if you're like a female, is Judy. Everybody know Judy. Judy is that punk rock chick with the multicolored hair, half the head shaved off, that everybody want to bang just because you gotta bang one of those in your life. Judy is that chick. Look, but I'm just telling you about the game, bro. This is my 31 hours. I'm just telling you what I experienced. Judy is that chick. Now they said that for Judy you had to have the female body type with a feminine voice. Cause they have different combinations for what qualifies where you can romance somebody, right? So you have to have a feminine body. You have to have a female. The only Judy I know is Judge Judy. She gave. No, hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture of Judy real quick. Oh, hold on. You'll recognize her when you see her. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I can just pop it up right here. Let me stop that. I forgot I took a picture of Judy. But y'all all know that Judy type, bro. The punk rock chick that you probably knew in high school. She was kind of okay looking. She was down for what, could be down for whatever, right? That's Judy. That's literally Judy. Judy is that chick that will be your homegirl if you a dude. But if you a girl, then she gonna be trying to be after your ass. So with Judy, one of the requirements is that you have to be a female body with a feminine voice. But they didn't say you had to have a vagina. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. You could technically still bang Judy the right way. You just be a female with a dick. So I'm like, so technically you would still be doing the same thing. You would just have the front and downstairs poking out. Like, it just crossed my mind when I thought about it because I got to looking up the romance option. I was like, they didn't say you had to have a vagina. They said you just had to meet these two requirements and then do whatever else and you could romance her. They didn't say you had to have the split. You can have the stick. So they made Judy for Caitlyn Jenner. You could say that they was like, hey, as long as you got the voice and the looks of a female, I'm gonna go to you. They didn't say you had to have the split. You can have the stick. Just saying. But yeah, Judy, when I first saw her, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta get Judy. Because everybody know on Mass Effect, old girl with the shaved head. I can't think of her name right now. But everybody went for the girl with the shaved head because she was the baddest chick on the motherfucking ship. And you had to make sure you secured that. That was like, as soon as I seen her, I was like, you tatted up, head to toe. You got a badass attitude. I don't know why. Yeah, Jack. Everybody I know that has played Mass Effect had to fuck with Jack. Jack was that go-to chick. If you didn't fuck with Jack, I can respect Miranda. Miranda is the safe bet. But Jack, you had to put in work to get Jack. Jack was the hard to get chick. That's why when it paid off, I was like, cool, the shit paid off. I got Jack. I have not met Alana Pierce in the game yet, but I know she's somewhere in the desert. But I did see Hideo Kojima. I was just passing by one of the bars, and I forget which bar it was in, but I did see Hideo Kojima in there. He was just chilling, sipping on a drink. Or the person getting pregnant, now you gotta pay child support. God damn. No, you can't hit Alana. Unfortunately, Alana is not one of the romance options. It's like you have, I think it's 6 major romance options. Hold on. In fact, I'll let y'all see who the romance options are. Cause when I seen some of them, I was like, all right, so they got a little bit of something for everybody, you know. All right. All right, romance options for. Yeah. Okay. So here, romance options for who you can jack into. I don't know why Code Carnage is in the game. I really don't know why. But like I said, they give you the options. So you got Judy, who I told you had to have romanceable by a V with feminine body type and voice tone. Again, feminine body type and voice tone. They didn't say she had to have the split. She can have the stick. Just saying. And then, of course, my girl, Pan Am. Pan Am stand until I die. Chick just vibe right. All you gotta do, male body type. They just said a male body type, so Pan Am could technically have a dude with a male body type in a split. I know it's fucked up, but it is what it is. She just looking at the body. She ain't caring about what's down there. She was like, I don't give a damn what's down there. I just want the body of a man's. So then the next guy you have is River Ward. Only romanceable by the female body type. Notice they said female body type. So you could have the female body type in the whole voice of a goddamn man, and this motherfucker will still try to get with you. They just said the female body type. They didn't say the split or the stick, and it don't matter about the voice. This motherfucker try to get with you if you romance him right. Carrie is one of Johnny Silverhand's old bandmates. And he is looking for the masculine voice and body type. that guy's preference is, oh no, it's Alex. Oh no. Oh no. I fucking hate you right now set up. Oh shit. But then you have just like the ones you can get with just say, yeah, I hit it and quit it. You don't matter to me. I just want to hit it and quit it. Y'all probably remember this chick from the gameplay reveal. Meredith Stout. She's the one that was pretty much threatening dude to shoot him in the damn face if he didn't answer right. Like, if you do whatever she wants to do, you can just hit it one night because you're like, oh well, I remember you. Yeah, come on, let's go back to the hotel. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. She gone in the morning. That type of shit. I said, fuck her. She died and off somewhere. Um, Alt Cunningham, that was in the flashback scene. You pretty much get that. That's pretty much almost an automatic. That's just like that's a freebie. That's a freebie with no consequences. They're like, hey, and then all of a sudden she pops cigarette. I'm mad at you because you fucking up. Blah blah blah. You know. Then we got Rogue. And that only happens if whenever you let Johnny take over your body, then you can romance her. And at this time, the events of what caused Johnny to die, they were like in their 20s. So Rogue is technically in her 70s. So yeah, you knocking the dust off that thing. She getting a little workout. And that's literally it. That's all the romance options. You got 3 just kind of throwaway romance options, and 1, 2, 3, 4 primaries. And outside the dolls that you can walk up to and get it for 150 euro dollars, that's really it. So other than that, yeah, it is just another wonderful day in the world of gaming. But I'm about to call it a night on this stream, guys. I'm glad y'all came through. Glad y'all stuck with me. Glad y'all heard me out. Of course, I got some to rage out with in Persona's podcast, so I came through in a little bit more mellow tone. Plus Ultra is not the main draw of Cyberpunk. It's just one of those things like you're in this world and there's certain people you can vibe with and be like, oh, I I I gotta get with her for a trophy or something. Cause you gotta do like I think one of the trophies like a romance option or something like that, right? So it's like, okay, if I had to bang somebody, who would be the most bangable, pretty much? Oh, let me go get this chick. Blah, 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 blah. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, trophy. Bam. That's literally what some people do it for, just for the trophy. I ain't even do it. It was just me being me. It was like, oh, you want to say this? Well, fuck it. I'm going to say this. You want to do little sly shit? I'm going to do little sly shit. Like, oh, you want to get in the tank? You want to try some shit? Shit. I want to try some shit. Just because. It ain't like you taking it serious. Like, oh my God, I got to go make sure I get this chick because I got to virtually bang it. It's like, shit, you just playing a role. You're like, fuck it. What would I do if I was in that world, that situation, and I got this damn chick sitting to the left of me, looking at me with the damn puppy dog eyes? What would I do? What would I say? I mean, in that world, I'm single. So fuck it. Let's go. Make my little slick move, spit my little game, go on about my business. There you go. That's pretty much how I approach those type of games. Just like Mass Effect. It was like, I might not like this chick, even though she's the safe bet. That's why when I seen Jack, I was like, I don't like her at first. But then she started to grow on me. Then it started to grow on me a little bit more. And I'm like, you know what? You about to become the wife. You gonna love me, girl. I'm gonna break the little mean ass spirit you got. You about to become mine. Clap the cheeks. That type of shit. But yeah, man, it's been it's been a fun stream, been an interesting stream. Again, glad y'all came by. Shout out to Caution Tano for coming through and subscribing tonight. I appreciate y'all all. We're gonna have to do this again, maybe on a lighter note, just a weekly recap of some of the gaming news that's coming on. Hell, we might just talk about. I might just start a stream one day and randomly just ask y'all, hey, what games y'all expecting? We might have a friendly little debate, whatever it might be. Just whatever y'all want to do to where we can break up this monotony of just shit going sideways. Let's have some fun with the shit. We all gamers. We like the game. We can have a difference of opinion as long as as long as the damn sun is in the sky. We can have a difference of opinion. I don't care. But as long as you gaming and you having fun, that's all I care about. But anyway, this is Stealth Guy Gaming. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a pleasant day tomorrow. Y'all wake up ready to go. Go do your slave labor at work because, hell, y'all know how it is, folks. Company just want you to work to make the dollar. But anyway, I'll holla. Stealth Guy out.
There's a canvas with two faces, a fallen angels who loved